Welcome to the episode where every time we get in the water, something on the boat stops working. Apparently the only thing higher than the salinity of the Caribbean is our boat's rejection rate for functioning equipment. These things are sent to try us.
I've got 600 amp hours of AGMs, so it should be okay with lithiums.
Anyone who has been keeping up with our story knows that we've been having battery issues. Forced to grab emergency batteries in the Dominican Republic, they turned out to be terrible. Here in Curacao, it's turning into a bit of a mission to source better replacements.
To send me a photo of the cells.
Yes, later.
Okay.
I don't
So that was a guy in Aruba that's just phoned me. He's got some blue cells, I don't know what make they are, of lithium batteries.
So we're going to lithium. It's happening.
Potentially, it's... Yeah, I don't know. I just want to know the options really, of what's available.
Well, we have an option at least now, which is
Yes.
better than we've had so far.
Yeah.
Whee! Do it with me, Tony.
Yeah.
Whee! Oh, you're filming. We are at Playa de Casa.
Probably.
A beach, a different beach than normal.
Yes.
In this
Well, there's quite a few. There's quite a few beaches here.
There's a lot of beaches because it's an island in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
We are with a different car because our normal rental car is now having the aircon fixed. Not that this one has aircon either.
No.
But we've made our way here. It was a rather hot journey. Also, Tony told me that the person who rents the cars out to us invited us to his birthday party at a club with electronic music, and Tony declined without extending the offer to me.
Well, you can go if you like.
Absolutely not. That actually sounds like my worst nightmare. And we're going to go for a snorkel because Tony's wanted to go for a snorkel here for ages now.
Well, we've got the hire car. We need to use it.
Yeah. And I've got a feeling we're going to see some really good stuff today because I had a dream last night that we were swimming with whales.
I see.
And I feel like that's a
Okay.
premonition.
You heard it here first.
Bryony's fortune telling is a little off. The visibility turned out to be non-existent and you wouldn't see a whale if it was 2 feet in front of you. So we packed up and went to another beach.
Attempt 2. We think this place, which is Playa Lagoon, the water looks better. If not, it's going to be a burger and a beer. And if it is, it's going to be a burger and a beer after anyway, innit, it, Skip?
Something like that.
We're going to find a whale.
Disclaimer, there are no whales in the making of this video, but stick around until the end where you see me mauled viciously by a prehistoric creature of the depth.
We are in the dark, having got back, because as it turns out, we have left the internet on. Our dodgy batteries drained down. Not going to be able to see me. But most stuff isn't working as a result. Electricity wise. These things are sent to try us, and trying they certainly are. You fixed it?
Yeah, I just had to turn the inverter off and on.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
I've never had to do that before, so it was a new thing for me. But yeah, we drained the batteries, so it's not a good thing for the batteries, but they're dead anyway.
So resigned to this. Oh. Everyone is wondering how our evening is going. I'll turn it on again, hold on. On! The gas has stopped working. Tony has worked out that the solenoid is broken and it's like someone did a previous patch job on it. What I like is that at least when the day comes, Tom will think about that, when we S-E-L-L the boat, everyone will know that we've fixed up so much stuff and that she's really well cared for. And they'll know exactly what's been done because it's been very documented. Ha! On! I think we're going to end up eating dinner cold out of tins. If there's not a miracle very shortly. I'm hungry. Chips, homemade chips in the oven and a steak ready and waiting to be fried. Right, attempt 2. It's on. I'm scared to ask for an update.
Hello.
Not good.
Well, I've taken it off, taken the solenoid off because it's broke.
So what does that mean?
Well, that means that we can still use the gas, but we just need to switch off at the bottle.
Well, that's a good solution for now.
Back in the water to escape the boat jobs that are piling up. I and other volunteers do some rubbish collecting along the coastline. We have received our new gas.
Solenoid?
Solenoid, that's the word.
What will you do without me? Live a much quieter, peaceful life.
Indeed. This is our old one. You can see it's slightly different in shape, size and quality. It's degraded somewhat. That's where the cables were on here, and it's also got an additional filter. I need to figure out how I'm going to fit this in because that was a tight fit beforehand and this one's a lot bigger. So gonna have to see what brass fittings we've got on the boat and figure out from there. Okay, so after digging around I found a solution. It looks like this. So that's the way it's going to sit from the top. And hopefully that'll work.
Things are not going to plan. Tony has withdrawn himself to the cabin beneath his little princess bed. Sad because the gas is still messing up.
It is.
So you're trying again?
Yes.
Any thoughts, ideas, anything to do different? Because you know, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome is a sign of madness. I diagnose you
Okay,
madness.
thank you.
Would you consider me a supportive wife?
Yes.
Well, are you just saying that?
Yes. Now let's go. To be fair, this gas situation turned out to be maddening. I'll give her that much. So after a few hours I
is fixed. Well, is in place. The gas is running. I think the problem was that there was another connection further down the cable that I cut away, reconnected it, and it seemed to have solved the problem. I don't know if that is the problem, but it's working for now. So I'm going to go with that was the problem. It's done, the gas is working, the gas solenoid is working. Yeah.
Good afternoon. It is grey, it is windy and muggy. It is hot, folks. I've had to try and keep busy rather than fester, which we've done for a couple of days.
We?
My apologies. Which I have done for a couple He's laughing at me behind the camera. I'm going to make some seasickness sweets, or anti-seasickness sweets really, using ginger, which a lot of people use anyway, although not always necessarily the best quality. And it does work. There has been some research done and it's shown to be way more effective than the placebo was in reducing seasickness symptoms. And there are some similar recipes for kind of sweets online, but I'm going to add a little bit of lemon in, only a little bit, while we are simmering the ginger, and that's because lemon juice helps to extract the properties that we want from the ginger so that you get higher quantities of the stuff that works. And it also works in a what we call a synergistic effect, so it helps the bioavailability, so it helps your body take in those good properties and help it work. But we don't want too much because it's acidic, and obviously acidic foods will make your stomach produce more stomach acid, and that's not good when you already feel sick. So it's not enough to do that. It is just for the first part while I'm really working on getting everything we can out of that ginger, not for flavour or anything like that. Half a cup of ginger, grated, and I'm going to squeeze half a lemon directly over that into a pan, and then adding 2.5 cups of water. And now we bring it to the boil and simmer it for 1 hour to make sure again that we get all those properties out from the ginger. It has simmered for an hour. I did do a little taste test. Boy, is it gingery, which is good, what we want. I need to strain it, and Tony assures me it will all fit into this bowl once strained. Now he was right. It's not just a pretty face. 1 1/4 cups goes back in. 3/4 of a cup of cane sugar or caster sugar, and 1/4 cup of honey. I did have to hook a bee out of this. It's never happened to me before. Give it a stir and dissolve what we can just to start with. We've got a thermometer, good old candy food thermometer, and we're going to heat this up slowly to 255 degrees Fahrenheit or 123 degrees Celsius. Let's go! Disclaimer. We actually had to reheat it to 20 degrees Celsius more because the first time it didn't solidify, so maybe my measurements were off. I'm just going to grease the baking parchment with a little bit of coconut oil. It has reduced down and reached 123 degrees Celsius. So really carefully, because it's obviously very, 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 very hot. I'm going to pour it in to our coconut oiled pan. Ooh. And leave it to cool. Meanwhile, we need to try and fix our internet, which has just died a death. Yep, that has officially broken too. Replacement required. Distracted, we didn't film the last bit of cutting this into sweets and rolling them into individual parchment paper wrappers with a little coconut oil so that they don't stick. us your best, Mr. Darcy. Give us your best, Mr. Darcy. Give us your best, Mr. Darcy. The scene where he's coming out of the lake in that white shirt. Colin Firth, innit? Pride and Prejudice. Oh.
I have not seen Pride and Prejudice, but I would like to see Colin Firth fix a boat.
Mamma mia, here we go again. Oh no, the gas isn't working. How are we gonna fix it? I'm so
Right.
over and sore throat.
I think I figured out the problem. Yeah, a few hours later. I think I know what the problem is. The problem is not the breaker. It's not the gas solenoid. I think it's the voltage loss at the other end. But it's worked before. So I'm thinking it's partially to do with the batteries, partially to do with its really old cable. And yeah, I think it's those two factors that that make it intermittent, and it doesn't work all the time and it shuts off. And yeah, because I can test this at the board here and it works perfectly.
So it wasn't the solenoid really?
No, it's the cable in between.
Oh.
Yeah, the answer is I've got to replace the cable or get powerful batteries. So yeah, we've got some cable. I think it's probably the same size, so I'm just gonna measure out how long I need and then see if it actually works on the solenoid instead of buying new cable now.
Hello.
Hello.
Goodbye.
And that's the gas finally fixed. What more could go wrong?
Hawksbill turtles are known for sometimes being very curious, and this one really was interested in us. It decided that Tony was looking particularly good that day. Good enough to eat, in fact.
I'm currently changing our water pump. I've changed the seal on the old one. Just draining the system out now. Switch them out and hopefully that will solve our wet bilge problem.
I wasn't aware that we had a wet bilge problem.
Well, it's not like massive, it's just part of boat life, as much of this video has shown. Things break, but it is all worth it in the end. Minus getting mauled by a turtle.
Next video is a video of goodbyes. The first goodbye is a boat job where I quite literally scrub away bad memories. And then it's goodbye to Curacao. We sail again, leaving this island in our wake, heading towards new adventures, because it's time for a new horizon.